Good morning, students. Last class we have discussed about the introduction part of the nervous system. Now we are going to discuss the structure of the nervous system. Structure of the nervous system, neuron. So already you know that about what is the structure of the nerve cell or neuron. See, the typical nerve cell, as we know that nerve cell is structural and functional unit of the nervous system, and this nervous system consisting of mainly three parts. Typical nerve cell consisting of mainly three parts. So what are the parts which are formed? Cell body, also called as cytosol. Cell body. The first part is cell body, and it is also called as cytosol. The cell body consisting of, in the center, nucleus is present. What is present? In the center is consisting of nucleus. Nucleus is present, and which is filled of cytoplasm. It consisting of cytoplasm, and surrounding of the nucleus is consisting of small granule-like structures. Nucleus is surrounded by means of granule-like structures, and they are called as Nissel's granules. What are they called? Nissel's granules are found around of the nucleus. What are they called? Nissel's granules. The protoplasm or cytoplasm is consisting of mitochondria. What it is consisting of? Mitochondria, and it is also consisting of Golgi apparatus. It also consisting of nerve fibers, etc. It consisting of nerve fibers and etc. Nissel granules are nothing but rough endoplasmic reticulum. As already we know that in last 90 class we have learned about the cell, its components and its structure, the function we have discussed. So already we know that endoplasmic reticulums are of two types. One is rough and another one is smooth. So one is smooth because of it doesn't have a ribosome granules, whereas another type of endoplasmic reticulum which is consisting of ribosome particles, they are called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. So these rough endoplasmic reticulum are essential in protein synthesis. Protein synthesis. They help in protein synthesis. That's what you can see that the cell body, which is also called as cytosol, and which is consisting of a nucleus in the center and also filled of cytoplasm. And the surrounding of the nucleus, you can see that the granule-like structures are called as basal granules, and which is also the cytoplasm is also consisting of mitochondria, Golgi operators, nerve fibers, nerve tubules that are found in it, and it is also consisting of basal granules. And these basal granules are actually rough endoplasmic reticulum, and which are helps in protein synthesis. That is the important. And what is the important function of the cell body? So the cell body receives the impulse or information which is collected by the dendrites, and from the cell body the message is transferred to the nerve ending or axon. That is the importance of the cell body or cytosol. And next, another part of the nerve cell is dendrites. Dendrites. So dendrites are branched. Next one, dendrites, if you observe, they are short, branched, dendrites are short, tapering, branched. They are very short, tapering, like spreading, and which is having branches. So these branches which are raised from the cell body. From where these are formed? From the cell body. And it also consisting of protoplasm. What is it consisting of? Protoplasm. So dendrites also consisting of protoplasm. That is cytoplasm. So this protoplasm consisting of nerve fibers and nerve tubules are present. That is what dendrites are, another part of the nerve cell. And these dendrites are playing a key role in the receiving of nerve impulse or electric impulse which are generated by the adjacent. That is, they receive from the receptor cells. The electric impulse is received by the dendrites. From the dendrites, the electric impulse is carried or forwarded towards the cell body. From the cell body, the electric impulse is passed into the another long tubular structure is called as axon. What is it called? Axon. So what is another part of the nerve cell is axon. See, the axon is a long tubular structure, and which is start developed from the side of the cell body or cyton. So axon is developed from the side of the cell body or cyton. See, this axon is consisting of now, this is an axon. So this axon is covered by means of a membrane structure and called as myelin sheath. So the axon is covered of a membranous protecting sheet is called as myelin sheet, and this myelin sheet is secreted because of the presence of Schwann cells. This is myelin sheet. the gap in between, the gap in between these, the gap in between the myelin sheath is called as node of Ranvier. Node of Ranvier is called. Now, due to the presence of myelin sheath, the electric impulse is possible to occur through this nerve cell, through the axon. Now, the terminus or end of the axon is called as nerve ending. Nerve ending, that is called as terminal arboration. Nerve ending. This is the diagrammatic structure of the nerve cell. So, axon, what is the function of the axon? See, the axon is a long tubular structure which is developed from the side of cytosol or cell body, and which is covered by means of a protecting layer is called as myelin sheath, where the gap which is found in between two myelin sheath is called as nodes of Ranvier, and this myelin sheath consisting of Schwann cells, and due to the presence of these Schwann cells, the myelin sheath is secreted. So, how the myelin sheath is formed is due to the Schwann cells. So, Schwann cells are forming as a myelin sheath that is acting like a protecting layer. So, this axon also consists, the protecting layer of the axon is called as axon lemma. Axon lemma it is called, and the protoplasm is called as fluid is called as axoplasm. What is it called? Axoplasm it is called. See, this myelin sheath is not found in all the nerve cells. Only few nerve cells are covered of myelin sheath, and some of the nerve cells are covered by the myelin sheath. So, the nerve cells which are covered of myelin sheath, they are called as myelinated nerve cells. What they are called? Myelinated nerve cells. So these myelinated nerve cells are found in central nervous system, that is especially in cranial nerves, that is brain, in that, and also in spinal nerves. So myelinated sheath, myelinated neurons are present in cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Whereas, if the nerve cells they are not covered of myelin sheath, usually they are called as non-myelinated nerve cells. What they are called? Non-myelinated nerve cells, which are found in autonomous nervous system as well as somatic nervous system. So, non-myelinated. These are found in autonomous nervous system as well as somatic nervous system. So, autonomous nervous system is nothing but the functions automatically by themselves. For example, when the food enters into our body, automatically the digestive gland secretes the digestive juices. That is autonomously they are functioning without any instructions by the brain. That is autonomous. And somatic nervous system, they helps in movement of the muscles, especially in case of skeletal muscles. That is the important types of nerve cells. So, generally, what is the use of axon? As we know that where one dendrite is going to meet another axon. Why? Because this is the dendrite, this is the end. So from these dendrites, the electric impulse which is generated is passed through the cyton or cell body. From the cell body, it is passed through the myelin sheath of the axon. From the axon, it is reaches to the nerve terminus. From this nerve terminus, again they are interconnected to the another dendrite of next nerve cell. So, what is the gap in between one dendrite and end of the axon? So, in between, that is the terminus and dendrites in between, the gap which is formed is called as synapse. What is it is called? Synapse. So this synapse is called creates synaptic knob. What is it is called? Synaptic knob, which is able to secrete or release neurotransmitter chemicals that helps in giving response towards the stimulus. That is the important function which is performed by the nerve cell. So how it is happening here? See. This is one nerve cell, and this is the axon, and this is the nerve terminus. So this nerve terminus again going to be in contact with the adjacent neuron through the dendrites. Now this is one nerve cell and this is another nerve cell. This is the dendrites, and this is the nerve terminus or axon. What is terminus organization? Nerve terminus is called nerve ending, and this is the dendrites. So from this nerve cell, the electric impulse is which is generated because of the stimulus. So the when the stimulus is acting on the receptor cells, which allows the creation of the electric impulse that is passed through these dendrites to cyton to the axon, reaches to the nerve ending. From the nerve ending, if you see this nerve ending is connected to the dendrites of adjacent nerve cell. Here, where the two nerve cells are meet, that gap is called as synapse. What is it is called? Synapse. So this synapse is called as synaptic knob. What is it is called? Synaptic knob. So this synaptic knob allows to activate releasing of neurotransmitter. What it is called? Neurotransmitter. That is chemical, neurotransmitter chemical. This chemical allows to pass to the next dendrite. From again it is going passing to the adjacent nerve cell. That is what the communication is continuously connected between the adjacent nerve cell to carry the message to reach to the brain. Again from the brain, the same message. What type of response we have to give? That message is again coming back from the brain towards the effect or where we are there, where we are giving the response. That is which part of the body is giving response to this stimulus. That's what the synaptic knob is playing a key role in releasing or secretion of neurotransmitter chemicals that creates the nerve impulse. That is a very important role is played by the nerve cell. So the nerve cell consisting of cell body, dendrites and axon. So cell body are consisting of nucleus, cytoplasm and missile granules. Along with that, we can see that mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, nerve fibers, fibrils are present, and these missile granules are nothing but rough endoplasmic reticulum that helps in synthesis of proteins. Next, dendrites. These are short branched tapering form which are formed from the cyton, and these are helpful in receiving the stimulus from the receptor cells and allows to pass the stimulus response through this cell body. Next, another long tubular structure which is called as axon, which is formed from the cyton, and it is covered of a protecting layer called as myelin sheath. And this myelin sheath is formed from the Schwann cells. What is the importance of Schwann cells? Which helps in formation of a protecting layer, that is myelin sheath. So where the myelin sheath is present or not present, based on that nerve cells are of myelinated nerve cells and non-myelinated nerve cells. Myelinated are present in cranial nerves and spinal nerves, whereas non-myelinated present in autonomous nervous system and another one is somatic nervous system. And this ending of the nerve cell is called as terminal arborization, which are looking like roots of a tree, and the dendrites are appearing like branches of a tree. This is what playing a key role in giving response to the stimulus.